Hello, good morning. A very good morning to all of you. Yesterday we had some technical glitches. Today, hopefully, things are settled and I think we'll be able to do a good job. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the PPT for revision because I have done it several times, so I'm not going to do that again. So we now start off with the past question papers and we will do as many as we can. Okay, so that's the promise. I'm just opening the question page. Yeah, here we go. So right now I'm going to share with you one of the past question papers. So I'll also tell you which paper. It's all there on the website. But I'm just going to first one exercise. I'm going to tell you how to go about identifying key sentences, keywords that you can use, how to fix abbreviations or contractions, whatever, and how to write the summary. So I'm going to teach you with the passage. Okay. And then I'll give you an exercise from another question paper, which you will do by yourself. Okay, now let me start the sharing. I'm going to share the question paper right now. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, so this is the instruction here for the BCR paper. This is section B. Number 7 is compulsory. Answer the questions below, that's comprehension. So we are not doing that right now. So this is just give me a minute, yeah. So this is a note-making question. Read the passage, here we are. Read the passage, whether one runs. So I'm going to read paragraph by paragraph so that you are able to follow me and you're also able to understand how you can fix keywords, key sentences, and write your summary. So let's look at paragraph 1. So I'm going to read it aloud for you. And then also while we read or as we read, we'll also identify keywords and key sentences, which we can use for subtopics, subtopics. Okay, so here it goes. Whether one runs a large business or is starting out with a new venture or works as a corporate professional, chances are that at some point, one would be required to make a business presentation. Whether you are selling a product to a client, sharing your vision with your employees, or looking for new investors for your business, your presentation will always matter. So here, making business presentation, that can be the title for the whole, for the note-making exercise itself. The subtopic for the first paragraph will be making business presentations or just business presentation, right? Okay, that will be the subtopic. The title, the subtopic can be the same. That's okay. Now, if in case we get another keyword that you can use for the title, you can. But for the first paragraph, making business presentations or purpose of making business presentation, you can have that as a subtopic. Title can be business presentations. Subtopic can be making why business presentations or for whom. Okay. So when do we do this? Subtopic, while selling a product to a client, sharing your vision with your employees, looking for new investors for young business. So this is when you make presentations. Now let's look at the second paragraph. I hope all of you are able to see it's legible for you to read. It's visible for you. Yeah. So the second paragraph, making a good business presentation can be intimidating. You want to capture as much information as possible to answer any prospective questions from your audience. Yet, you want to keep your audience constantly engaged and interested. So what makes a good presentation? So what makes a good presentation can be subtopic number 2. Okay. Subtopic. So it becomes intimidating sometimes when the audience wants to question you. The challenge is to keep the audience constantly engaged and interested. So these two are the subtopics. The second subtopic will be what makes a good presentation. Now I'm moving on to the third paragraph. It is important to connect with your audience with a story. And no, it doesn't mean your presentation needs to be the most exciting work of fiction. Take your audience on a journey. When trying to convince potential investors, make them see the success you are striving for and what it will do for you and for them. To win over your employees with your new staff policy, take them through the journey of why you are introducing a new policy and how does it benefit them. Tell personal stories, give analogies, and cite examples. Get your audience emotionally involved, and you will be more likely to get them to side with you. So the subtopic here can be making effective presentations or engaging the audience during a presentation. Okay. So it can be either of these. I mean, whatever way you want to put it in, that's fine, as long as it relates to the third paragraph. Now let's look at the keywords and the key sentences that you will use. So it is important to connect with your audience with a story. So ways of engaging with the audience, that can be the third subtopic. So number one, the subtopic. Say a story or take your audience through a journey. That's number one. Then win over your employees or state the benefits of the project or the new idea. Plenty of examples. Say a story. Keep your audience engaged. These can be subtopics. Was it not clear? Okay, that's okay if my video is lagging, as long as you can hear me. Don't worry about it. So now I move on to the fourth paragraph. You want to keep your audience engaged at all times. Do not overwhelm them with a lot of information. Settle on 3 to 5 key messages that you want them to absorb and stick with them. You do not want to include everything. Instead, choose out powerful points that you want to make. It is important to keep your presentation as straightforward and concise as possible. So, keep your presentation straightforward and concise can be a subtopic. That's the fourth one. It can also be engaging the audience at all times. I have picked words from the paragraph itself. I am not writing sentences. I'm just picking the best of the words that can convey the complete meaning. Okay, so having said that, engaging the audience at all times. So, subtopic would be, do not overwhelm them with a lot of information. Don't give a lot of information. Do not present more than 3 or 5 messages. Then, choose only powerful points to make. Yeah, keep your presentation as straightforward and concise. You have 4 subtopics there, subtopics. Now, the 5th paragraph. At the same time, you need to know your content extremely well. While you keep your presentation short and to the point, it is no excuse for you to have more detailed information regarding the subject of your presentation. It is likely you would need to answer questions from your audience at the end of the presentation. You must review all pertinent information and key facts and figures before your presentation. Not only will it help you answer questions later, but it will also give you more confidence during your presentation. So you refer to your notes less and connect with your audience more. Okay, so the last sentence is a punchline. You can use the same thing. Refer to your notes less and connect with your audience more for an effective presentation. Okay, now here, what are the points? Keep your presentation short and to the point. Have an FAQ. Have a question answer Q&A, question answer session. Then you must review all important key facts and figures. Yeah. Refer to your notes less and connect with your audience more. So that's a subtopic we say. So here again, you have 2 or 3 points that you can say. In the end, a business presentation is about selling ideas. Do your research as well. Describe your ideas crisply, weave them into an interesting story, and you are more likely to succeed. So your title can be Business Presentation is about selling ideas, or how to sell your ideas with a business presentation. It can be anything. So you don't have to waste time going back and forth, reading the whole thing several times and then fixing. You waste a lot of time. Be mentally prepared to fix subtopics and subtopics as you read. That will get over in a jiffy, not less than 5 minutes. Okay. Making or selling ideas with a business presentation, or successful presentation, or keys to successful presentations. Essentials of successful presentation. You can choose any title as long as it relates to the passage that is given. You're just perfect. Okay. Now, do your research as well. Describe your ideas crisply. Weave them into an interesting story, and you are more likely to succeed. So that can be the last paragraph, where successful presentations. Research well, crisp ideas, interesting story, and that's success. So you have, say, 5 subtopics that you can easily write. Now let's look at the abbreviations and acronyms that you can use. Because I think this passage doesn't lend itself to a lot of abbreviations. So we need to make up ourselves. Let's see how we can do that. Corporate, you can say CORP and a dot. Okay. Your presentation, making a good business. You want to capture prospective questions, constantly engage. Interested, INTER, ES and a dot. Then with your, and so it doesn't mean your presentation needs to be the most exciting. Okay. Audience on a journey, convince potential investors, INVESTO and a dot, because this passage does not have any ready-made abbreviations that we can use. So you have to fix yourself. Example, you can have EX. Okay. With, you can have the inverted C and a line on top. So those are symbols that you can use. Then over with a lot of information, INFO and a dot, information. Then powerful points, straightforward and extremely well, presentation short, it's not excuse. Information I've already said. Then answer maybe ANS and a dot. I am telling you all the possible ones. Doesn't mean you must write 10 or 20. Okay. Confidence, yeah, so refer to notes less and connect. It's about selling ideas to yours. Yeah, just that. Here, this passage you have to make yourselves. So you can use symbols and with and also the short forms, the clipped forms or the contracted forms with a full stop. Now about the summary. Summary is beautifully summarized here in the last 3 lines, the last paragraph. You see, it says, in the end, a business presentation is about selling ideas. Do your research as well. Describe your ideas crisply. Weave them into an interesting story, and you are more likely to succeed. But this is very, very short. So when we say 25% of the original passage, you can add something more. So you can use the same 3 lines and add something more from the other passages. Say, keep your presentation straightforward and concise. Then say a story, an interesting story that will get the audience emotionally involved. So pick words, keywords, and phrases from the given text itself, and your answer is complete. It is a very easy job. See, let me tell you, 5 minutes for writing this topic and subtopic, and of course the title too. Another 2 minutes for identifying the key, the abbreviations, acronyms, or symbols, or the clipped words. Then 2 minutes for writing the summary. So 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 3, 10 minutes, your note making must be done. That's the time you can take. And it is just easy because you don't have to worry about a lot of grammar. You don't have to worry about long winding sentences because you're going to write in bullets or numbers. Okay, so that's about this paper. So what I'm going to do now is to move on to another question paper, since I have, or I will give you 5 minutes time to quickly write down. I'll show you the paragraph and I'll give you 5 minutes time now to write this, because I've already said the answer. You write this now and I'll move paragraph by paragraph. Now the time is 11:16. I'll give you 5 minutes. Since we have read it together, it should not be difficult for you. 5 minutes to identify the subtopic and the subtopics. Quick. Do it with the indentation. That's important because note making format is very important. Quick. I have said the answers, so no, it's not going to be difficult for you. Yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes. 1 minute for the first paragraph. Identify the subtopic and the subtopic. Also think of a title because we've already read this passage. Quick. And a 5 minutes. And yeah, for the first paragraph, I'm giving you 1 minute. Abbreviations can't be fixed by ourselves. You can write short forms of words. That's what we call as clipped, clipped words. Yeah, thank you, Pooja. Yeah, so that's my homework every day, to reflect and see what will be the most effective way of making you understand so that all of you score really well. Okay, now I move on to the next paragraph. Identify the subtopic and the subtopics very quickly. I give another minute for this. Quick. Just identify subtopic and subtopics. Yeah. I told you, I think this is January 21. Prashant, that's. Yeah, I leave it to you if you can open it in your computer. Fine. Just that I want to work with you and make you understand that it's not difficult at all. It's just that. You can open in your computers later, but now go with the, the sharing that I show you, so that you don't waste time. Not clear still? Oh, I have zoomed it. Is it still not clear? I don't mind. You can look into your computer devices also. Just that I don't want you to waste time. I told you it's January 21. Okay. Now I'm moving this. I have set the answers, so I don't expect you all to post the topics and subtopics now. But for the next exercise that we'll do, I would want you to post, because I'm not going to give you the answers. Yeah, so I move on to the next paragraph. So let me tell you what I expect you to do in this exercise. I have already given you the answers. I've already told you how to fix the key points, the sub points, and the sub points. Okay. So now what should you have done? One is you must have written the title. You must have identified the key points, the subtopics, and the subtopics. You must have also written the summary. These three things you should have done. You should have intended your notes. These four are important. Now you have to give me a minute so that I go to the next question paper. Just give me a minute. I'll stop sharing, only then I can go. Yeah. So that was January 21. Now I will be doing November 20. I'm not yet shared. Please wait. I'll open the question paper and then I will share. That makes it easy. It's opening, so you just wait. So far, if you have any questions, you may please post them by the time I locate the question. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Okay, here we are. Okay, now I'm going to share with you November 20 paper. Business present. Summary doesn't need a title. It's the same title. You don't have to worry. Selling a product to the client. Okay. Sharing your vision with your employees. Looking for new investors. Okay. It can be anyway as long as you relate it to the passage that's given. Now I'm sharing with you. Yeah, here we are. So it reads like this: make notes using headings, subheadings, and abbreviations whenever necessary. That's for 3 marks. Write summary, and that's for 2 marks. Now, I am not going to read. I'll scroll it down paragraph wise so that it's easier for you to read. And I'm going to give you 15 minutes time because you're doing it by yourself now. Okay. So the first paragraph here, I will give you 1 minute, quick. So I also read with you so that I know that the time I give you is just enough for you. Okay, so now I'm going to move to the next one. I hope you've identified the sub and the subtopics. Lines, they say just 25% of the original text. Suppose the original text has 20 lines, you can have 4 lines in the summary. Yes, Vinny, I'll show you a sample of the tree diagram. You can have 4 to 5 subtopics and 1, 2, or 3 subtopics depending on how big the paragraph is. This is November 20. The first one that I showed is January 21. I did say that in the beginning. I think you can post the topic, the title, the subtopic, and the subtopics as you read. So I know that you've understood the way to do it. Yes, that'll be easy. And it'll also give you a feel that you are interacting as you're reading. Quick, post the subtopic and the subtopics so that you have a feel of working out the exercise. Yes, Kushi. Yeah, I'm move on to the next paragraph. Let me repeat. As you read, post the subtopics and the subtopics. Now this is the next paragraph. Okay, I'm going to give you, so I think it's over with this. Yeah. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes time now to post the subtopic and the subtopics very quickly. I'll go through this passage again for you so that you are able to post it quick. Quick, I want to see all of you posting it here so that I'm able to understand that you can note the keywords in an instant, even with one reading, and you can fix the sub and the sub points. Quick. Post it here because you are going to post only hymns. So post in your chat box. Quick. Let me see your post. Waiting for your post. Yeah, Shreya, Prashant, Kushi, Pooja. Quick. Okay, now I'm going to give you 3 minutes time to write the summary. Summary also you can write, post to the chat box, or if you feel that might be difficult for you, then write in your notebooks, but I'm giving you 3 minutes time on that. Now the time is 11:31. And then we do another question paper. Yes, Moksha. Amit, homework is what you do at home on your own inclination. your own will, right? The question papers are available on the website. Here, since this is a teaching session, I'm teaching you how to fix answers, how to fix the keywords, how to pick the key sentences that you can use from the passage itself. Because some of you still had doubts the other day, although the format was very clear for you, which you said, you still had doubts about writing it and you wanted some practice. That's the reason why I am doing this here now. Please practice the past question papers and some more exercises that you can find on the web. But here I'm teaching you, guiding you how to fix it very quickly so that you don't waste much time. That's number one. Number two, you also have the confidence of scoring a full 5 marks. That's the reason why I'm doing it here. Quick. Yeah. Amul. Yeah, you're right. Shreya. Comes Shreya, your subtopic. Okay, it's quite long. Just that I wanted to tell you that. Sandeep, yeah. Ankit, yeah, you're right. Vanshika, yes. Asha, yes. So that gives me the feedback that you're all following. We are on the same page, and that now you know how to do it to score a full 5. Quick. Yeah, waiting for you to finish the summary. I have 1.5 minutes more. Then we'll move on to the next question paper. I have 5 question papers. One It's not cancelled. We are there. We are there, and maybe there is a disconnect in your place or with your device. Hello? Hello, hello. Yeah, it's okay, right? Because some of them say the screen is black, but I see the screen is quite okay. I'm able to share too. Yes, I asked. Yeah, I stopped the sharing just now to check with you. That's it. Yeah. Pooja, the class is on and we are still doing our connectivity is all right. Just check. So I'm waiting for you all to finish. Yeah, Shreya, the process of reusing the used material. Yeah, this is Jayashri. From my end, the connectivity is okay. You have to check yours because I think connectivity is a problem these days. So I'm doing it right from the beginning so that those of you who had a problem. This is November 2019. Prashant, before I show the question paper, I am telling you the year. You need to be alert and watch out carefully. This is the third time that I'm saying. Yeah. Zoom the text. Yeah. If I zoom, it doesn't stay there. And the portrait version doesn't help it also. Yeah, I think it's good. Who's this? I have called out your names. If Mary Charla. Oh, where is your answer? I called out all of those who submitted. Pooja, you must check your device. My voice was not clear. Hey, things are clear here. I'm sharing. I can see myself on the screen. Yeah. Video is stuck. Ayas, are you there? Hello? Hello. Saruna, are you there? Yeah, so my connectivity is okay, but they say the video is stuck. It is their issue, right? Okay. Okay, fine. turn off my video. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. I'll first stop sharing and turn off my video. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Should I stop the video now? What are you saying? I'm not sharing now. Yeah. Okay. 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 How is this now? Yeah, some say the video is okay. Anyway, let's see. Now it's clear, I think. I'll wait for 5 more minutes for you to post your titles and subtitles so that you take your time to write quick. What happened, Ayaz? Yeah? Okay. So some of you say the sharing is not okay. You look into, go to the website and check for 2019 November question paper and do the note making exercise now, quick. And you all post it in the question box, the chat box, so that I see whether you've done it rightly. Let's not waste time. I told you this is November 19 question paper. Very quickly now, you'll go to the note making exercise and post your answers. The title, subtopic, subtopic, the key. How can the audio be visible here? Pooja. And the summary. Quickly you will write. And yeah, there are 7 minutes now. I'm going to give you a break of 10 minutes. 5 minutes for the writing from your device and another 5 minutes for the break itself. Complete it now. Post it in the chat box. You don't have to wait for me to be visible or audible. Post in the chat box your answer and I'm going to check them. Quick. I've stopped my video because maybe because of that there's a lagging, right? So don't worry about that. Ayaz? Hello? Hello, hello. Yeah, so I've given them a 5 minute break and a 5 minute time to do that exercise. So I'll let them come back after 10 minutes. Meanwhile, is there something that we need to do? What? Okay, no, I will leave the thing meet now and then refresh and then come in again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here we are back, and hopefully we should not have a problem now. We've just cleared things. And yeah, so I had chosen 5 question papers. That's January 20, November 19, January 19, May 20, and May 19. So the 5 question papers, it's there available on the website. Mohammed, what is the previous chapter? What do you mean? You mean communication? That was finished and that was done. Now we are into the note making chapter, and we have explained threadbare every detail. Okay. And today we've done 3 exercises. Now, just as a kind of revision, I'm not going to share anything because for the fear of not being able to, you know, share it properly, or for people who have not been able to view it properly for whatever reason, maybe their devices or their connectivity. Now I'm going to orally tell you, and I hope I'm audible and clear. So in the note making chapter, the first thing that I want to impress upon you is, don't ever be afraid. Don't think it's a difficult question to answer and therefore you should omit. That's a wrong thing to decide. Be confident because we have done it all super perfect, given you time enough to practice, shown you past question papers, given you the details in detail, given you all the key points in detail, told you how to fix the title, taught you how to choose key points, keywords that can go for subtopics or subtopics. It will be easy if you can do them stepwise. Indenting is the most important for note making. Now, I have given you, so I'm going to ask you questions on the communication chapter from the past question papers. I'm not sharing the questions with you, but we will orally revise that because I've got the question paper that I can share with you right away. I mean, that I can discuss with you right away. Okay. Therefore, I'm going to do this because note making exercise, we have finished completely and everything is going good. Thank you, Shreya. I'm so happy about it because I get worried if, technology fails because we depend on that so much. Okay. So note making, I'm going to give you 5 minutes time to post your doubts, to clarify whatever, communication gaps you might have because we had a few technical glitches. I'm going to give 5 minutes on that. Quick. Post your questions, post your doubts on note making exercise. Quick. And let's not waste time. I'm waiting for you. This is Prashant. Yes, super Prashant. I liked it. Don't, Prashant, I have answered your question and I think the moment I see your name, I answer your question. The others, if you have doubts, if you still have anything to ask, please do so now. And I'm going to wait for 5 minutes because we had a disconnect. Quick. Mohammed, you haven't said what was the previous chapter. Yes, Shreya, ending is correct. I'm written correctly on who's this? Soundarya. In one sentence, you don't write subpoints. It has to be stepwise. I answer all your questions, Prashant. Don't worry. This is Neha. Style of confrontation, effective bit. Yeah, you're right. This is Kushi. Okay, everything is clear. How was my note making? Yeah, that I've answered. Yes. Shreya, your indenting is right. One more time, how to choose subpoints, please, ma'am. How to choose subpoints? It's so easy. I told you, as you read, when you're reading and you're following the meaning, you will know, oh, this is why this paragraph is written, and you can fix those words or sentence. That will become the sub or the sub point. Not necessary, Moksha. If you have fixed one word for the contraction, or we also call it the clip word, where you clip the vowels or certain number of letters to write it in a contracted form, it's enough if you write it once. You don't have to keep repeating it again and again. Don't ever repeat anything. Yeah. So this is Jayashri. Yes, Jayashri. Super. Very good. Ask questions related to communication when we revise the whole chapter. Then that's for Prashant. Akshay, note making in the simplest words. Yeah, will do. The best will be to pick keywords and phrases from the given passage itself, Akshay. Don't worry too much about that. Yeah, I think I've answered all your questions. Any more questions? And I'm going to wait for 3 more minutes. Yes, your answer is right, Jayashri. I've said that. Abbreviation, if the passage has the popular common abbreviations that we normally use that people can understand, you can just pick them up. Otherwise, you make up your own by writing short forms, which we call as clipped word, or use symbols and put them in the key box. That will be good. That's for Puja. Quick, I'm waiting for the others to respond. Yeah, more than 3. Revised all very good. Pushy, we feel upset and hurt when our expectations are not met. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kushi. Yeah. Yes, Sakina, your answer is right. Right? More than 3. Yeah, 3 to 4 in the key box. 3 to 4 words. Don't make a long list. Yes, Soundarya, I remember I called out your name. Medichala Niharika, don't write sentences, write hints. If you write sentences, the examiners might think that you don't know what is note making, and they might mark everything wrong. So don't ever do that. Don't write long sentences. I don't even mean long. I'm telling you, don't write sentences. Just write hints. I told you how to do it just now. Not necessary, Veni. You don't have to practice it every day. Note making will come automatically once you understand how to do it. That's what is important. Take revision. I revise after my session. Isn't that enough? I think that's enough. Maybe you want me to show the PPT again, I'll do that for you. But how many times will you want to revise? This is not content-oriented subjects where you have to, memorize theories. Once you understand and you have the language, you can write. It's not difficult at all. Quick, I'm going to wait just for a minute more. Yeah. Yeah, this is Shreya. Real problem in a relationship, not comforting a person, unresolved issue of it. Okay. Limit to make points? No, not more than 5 subpoints and 2 or 3 subpoints. Sam, I don't understand your question. Okay, so some of you have asked me for a revision of the PPT, which I will do now. Hopefully, I'm able to share it. Because we have done 3 question papers, mark you. We did January 21, November 20, and May 20. We've done 3. Yeah, Sufyan, that should be in a moment. Yeah, Soundarya, 10 minutes is more than enough for you because you're going to write only hints and key points and you're not going to write lengthy sentences. 10 minutes will be enough. So for some who will want to read it another time, maybe another 1 or 2 minutes, don't waste more than that. And it's just very easy. As you read, you will be able to identify really, really well. I told you books, you can read non-fiction business management books. That will give you a good vocabulary and, a language to write your core subjects. You can ask for, that's for Veni, you can ask for management books. That will help you. Ankit, your answer is right. Yeah. So now I'm going to the sharing. You just give me a minute and I'll open my PowerPoint. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing my PPT now. I'll go a bit slow. Some of you had asked me questions on abbreviations and the full for paper. How much time for the full paper? That depends. It's 3 hours. Maybe you need a little extra for law. Yeah. English, you can do very quickly because these are all structured and it all depends on the skills that you build up, right? Yeah, practicing question papers and your study material will be enough, Archana. Use for November foundation. Yes, that's for Sam. Yeah, Ankit. So I've answered all the questions. And now over to the PPT. Let me share that with you. Yeah. The slideshow. Yes. So the paper pattern, you know it. I don't have to repeat it. Study skills. Yes, Shreya. The Chinese economy has increased in 8. Yes. Now the study skills, these are for helping you to study well. You can't memorize large volumes of textbooks, and therefore you can design them in your rough notebook so that you are able to read and remember well. So do we need this? Yeah, this helps during times of revision. And if you're an expert in note making and note taking, you will be able to retain all that you learn. So this is a flow chart, and I'm just going to run through this array diagram. This is the web diagram. This is mind mapping. Again, it's blurred. Anyway, you can listen to me. If the screen is blurred, don't have to worry, because these are things that I already showed you. Okay, a tree. I told you I'll show you a tree diagram for vocabulary. I'll do that maybe in the next class. So then it is note taking. Note taking is an informal one. It's random notes. It doesn't have a clear structure. It is visually appealing because you can use all colors and all kinds of fonts. The connections are always unclear because they are not structured. Okay, screen. And the format is not important in note taking, and it cannot be shared or used as a legal document. Now, note making is just the opposite. It is very formal, it is structured, it is clear, it is not appealing. The format is very important, and it can be used as a document. Now, again, let me tell you, don't worry about this for Sam. Don't worry about the screen, because I am calling out everything. This is something that you've already seen. What is the purpose of note making? Why do we do that? Why is it an important study skill? Why is it there in your foundation course? This is just to help you study really well. It is just to help you to read and comprehend better, to check credibility as a document. It can be shared, and you also get the art of summarizing. Okay, what is important for note making? Title is important. It carries 1 mark. And how do you fix good titles? By looking at advertisements. Okay, because advertisements use the most effective words, and that's important. And then you had exercises that go to make a summary and for fixing titles. Now the indenting is important, where you leave space from the margin to write the subtopic and leave some more space for the subtopics. That's how you indent. The topic is in the middle and you put the key in the key box. Do you know what is indentation? That is proper alignment of the written matter, spacing of written matter, writing away from the margin, headings, subheadings, and subheadings. I've been repeatedly saying this because I don't want you all to write it as one go, as a flow chart 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that way. It has to be properly aligned and spaced. The points and bullets, no long sentences, and no repetitions, no examples, no stories. Okay. Then summary is important because that's for 2 marks. So I've spoken to you about symbols. Symbols are good to use in the key box. So veining, there is no which is the better or the best study skill. You can have a variety for each topic or for each subject, where it'll keep you interested. You won't get bored. To have a variety of study skills, you can use that which is comfortable for you. There is no hard and fast rule. But note making is important because that is tested. Okay. Now symbols, if the passage that is given to you does not have enough scope for abbreviations, you choose clipped words or symbols. The common symbols that you can use are with the inverted C and a line on the top, and you can use the symbol. Then you can use percentages. So these are some of the common things that you can use. Then, of course, the money part, if it's in rupees or dollars, and is equal to, you can have the is equal to symbol, plus symbol. Okay. Acronyms are the first letters of the words that are used. For example, CEO. Okay. Then you have, of course, how will you understand difficult words? That's by guessing and predicting. Here it's not as difficult as a comprehension would, because even strange words won't matter much. Okay, here all that you're looking for is keywords and key sentences or key phrases. That's what is going to help you. So you don't have to worry about strange words or difficult words. Okay, then we have abbreviations. I said that earlier. You have click words or contractions, where you use a shortened form of a word, where you remove the vowels. Making questions sub 1.2. Utkar, yeah, okay. Use the symbols in summary. Don't use symbols in summary. Okay, this is only for the notes. So points to be remembered while you make notes. Avoid using long sentences, because the moment the examiner sees a long sentence, she is going to think that you do not know how to make notes. Don't give room for that. Avoid long sentences. Write a title. Never lose the main idea of the passage. Be brief, clear, and specific. Use logical sequencing, one after the other, in turns. Use proper indentation. Leave no spaces to avoid confusion. The unnecessary spaces, avoid them. Do not include your own versions. No comments, no opinions, no judgments. You just have to use the passage that's given to you. Use abbreviations, put them in a key box, write the key, make your note more memorable by adding colors if you can. Okay. You don't have to write the title again, Utkar. If you want to write, you can write. I mean, the moment we see the title even in the very outset, that's just enough. Okay, how is the summary done? It's 25% of the original passage. Only one paragraph. You don't write several paragraphs. No repetitions, no anecdotes, no comparisons, no examples or redundant words. When I say redundant words, I mean unnecessary words. And that's for 2 marks. So we've just done a few questions from the question paper, okay, for practice. So that's a complete chapter by itself for note making. Please fill in the feedback form. That's important for you and important for me too. So you may post your feedback now, so that, of course, you have to excuse me on the technical glitches that we had. Don't mention that, because we know it all. There's no hide and seek about it. We know it. Okay. And we have still managed to complete it to your satisfaction. So please post your feedback in the chat box as to how effectively it was taught. What will you remember? And are you confident of scoring the full 5 marks? Remember, for note making, spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes are not penalized. So you'll get a full 5 if you are able to write it well in the best of its format. Okay, now quick, post your comments in the chat box so that I know that I've done a good job and you know that you've been satisfied with all details of note making. Quick, and I'm waiting for you. You may start. I want to see all those who are present here to post your feedback. You don't have to mention the technical glitches because we know it all. .9 stars, Prashant, okay. This is for note making, Prajwala. This is for note making and the summary. We have discussed all, right? Quick, and I'm waiting for you. So my next session will be on formal letters. We have a variety of formal letters to learn, and we'll do that. Yes, Moksha, thank you. So I'm going to wait for you to post. And I'm looking at the chat box too to see if I have missed anything. Yeah, thank you, Kushi. Super Utkar. Yeah, Neha. Sam, the lessons that are taught are useful for a lifetime. Okay. It's not because we are not only talking to you about the forthcoming exam, it is for a lifetime learning that we are concentrating on. When I talk of subjects, your core subjects in your uh, CA course, it means I'm talking across the subjects. It's for a lifetime that you need to learn things. So don't fix it to say this is, you know, May 20 and after that I can forget. It's not that way. What you learn it up thoroughly well. And that's our objective. See, Moksha, I wouldn't mind taking the other question papers, just that sometimes the sharing becomes pretty difficult. That's the reason why I'm always doubtful about it. Yeah, Utkar, thank you. Prajwala, it's enough if you write title for either of them. Okay. Saundarya, sub point will be there. You have to identify. There is no way that it will not be there. Common abbreviations, the scope for picking abbreviations or acronyms might be, limited or not there at all. But sub-points, sub-points will definitely be there in any given passage. So that's no excuse, and please see that you write them. Pooja, thank you. This is Amul. Thank you, Amul. Okay, Sam. Okay, Jay Shri. Super. If we can give. Okay, thank you, Amit. Moksha, we are not. Further question papers, I've answered the question. Where are the others? Come on, please post because I am waiting for you. And please fill in the feedback form. Yes, Pooja. And practice the other question papers that are there in the website. That will give you greater confidence, and you will also know whether you have any doubts or whether there are things that you need to clarify. So when I come in for the formal letters, maybe I'll give you a minute or two to get your doubts clear. So you can work out one or two exercises before you come for the next session with me. Quick. For a CA, why note making is important. Reni, I've been talking of this all 3 days. It is very, very important because you have to read large volumes of textbooks. How will you be able to remember all of them? It's by using these study skills and note making, of course. That's the reason why it's introduced in your foundation English. Even if the question paper does not mention write a title, Saundarya, you must write. It will not be mentioned, but you should still write. Yeah, Vibhor, that's a easy shortcut way to fix your summary. That's for Vibhor. Yeah. Veni, I told you there is no best study skill. You can use all of them. You can use a variety for each of the topics or for each subject. Yes, Saundarya, 5 to 6 words are enough. Archana, yeah, thank you. Done with feedback. Super, Bhavya. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. My next session is on formal letters. And bye-bye. See you in the next session. Yeah. Yeah, Ayaz, we are done.